Welcome to the Raw Championships. It is week 3, the final round robin session of the Raw ranked APAC Warzone Championships. This is Scorpio. Eski is with me. Hello, Eski.
Hello there.
You ready for the first night for round 3 tonight?
Yes, I am. I can't wait to see how these games go.
Yeah, we've had some really interesting games leading up to this point tonight. Our 2 games are this. We have Core 1 taking on Pandemic in our first matchup. Best of 3 if this is the first time you've tuned in. And then after that we have Apocalypse Now playing Wookiee Leaks. So it's going to be a really interesting setup tonight. We'll start our cast with Pandemic, and Eski will be siding with Core, and then we'll do a swapsies for Game 2, and hopefully we get to a Game 3. We haven't seen that many Game 3s, Eski. A lot of 2-0s in this championship so far.
I believe we've only seen 2 games going to the full 3.
Yeah, that's basically where it's been at, but I'd love it if we could see it going to that tonight. What do you reckon?
It would be good. It would be good.
All right, how are they travelling on your side of things? How is Core looking? Are they ready to load up and get into this?
Core looked ready, but then Obi-Ray just left.
Ah, left as in disconnected or left as in left?
I'm not entirely sure.
All right,
so we're just going to wait on Obi-Ray to rejoin. So okay. How is this Pandemic going?
I think they're just about ready to go, actually. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Tom the Narwhal is getting off on the music there for the opening for the for Zero Ping. He's quite enjoying it. And why wouldn't you? It is good fun. Hey, so we're getting close. Almost ready to go here. How's Obi-Ray? Is he logged back in?
I do not see him anywhere.
Okay, so we're just waiting for Obi-Ray. We're just waiting on Obi-Ray. Then good to go. Alright, so last week of the round robins, this is kind of the crucial point for these teams because if you don't know the makeup, let's explain it to those who might be tuning in for the first time. So basically we've got 2 pools of 4 and they all get ranked and then we throw them in for an elimination sort of a final series and it's all based on how they've scored along the way. So it's going to be in the team's best interests, particularly the teams that may have gone out without a win so far, to try and take it to a 3rd game and notch up a win on the board, so they can up their standing in the rankings for the finals.
Well, I don't know how it sounds to the viewers on the stream, but I'm kind of hearing you dive in and out.
Are you? I'm not coming through steadily.
Not quite steadily. I'm hearing like you steadily.
That's not too good. I might try. Oh, maybe I'm sitting on my microphone. Hang on a second, and we'll see if we can fix that up. Let's see if we can fix that up. Bear with me 1 second, and we'll have a. I don't know if you can hear me anymore. How's that sounding?
I can hear you loud and clear.
That's what we like to hear, so we fixed that. The last time I tried that, it disconnected the stream, so... Alright then, so a couple of things going on this week. We've got, of course, the Raw Championships tonight, then again on Thursday night. This is, of course, Australian Eastern Time, so if you're watching from anywhere not in Australia, the times are going to be different. Check them out. All the times are listed on the website. There's a calendar there, a schedule, all that stuff's there. If you want to check out the replays, they'll be up on YouTube. We've got a Twitter account, and it's all kind of happening there. So if you want any updates of what's happening and who's scored what and who's gotten MVP votes and all that kind of stuff, it's all there for you. You can check it out whenever you like. So, Obi-Ray back?
Yes, Obi-Ray just rejoined, and Core 2 just jumped immediately into the queue. They're not waiting for anyone.
Looks like we're good to queue up here, so why don't we swivel on over. We're in the queue now as well, and we'll come in to the game, and there we go. We're looking pretty good, and I'm going to change my setup so it's on 4. And yeah, now we're happy, almost. I should get rid of this. Where are we? Interface editor. Thank you. Now we're good to go. Okay, Eski. Why don't we have a look at the team makeup? Who's playing for Core and who do you like on their side of things?
For core, we have Chieftain, Sinzi, Luck, Obi-Ray, Genos, Yushi, and Rina. Uh, well, you can't really go past Obi-Ray. He's like the cuddly bear of core at the moment.
Is he the cuddly bear of Core? He's an active member on the server forums. You can always catch Obi Ray on there. He does have a video that he's uploaded to the forums, which he claims is a troll video, and there are a lot of people who didn't who watched the video without we've got a game. What's it gonna be? All right, Civil War.
Civil War.
Civil War, Esky. Um, this should be interesting. I don't think we've had too many civil wars.
No, and the Civil Wars we have seen are usually either one team's completely dominant, or
Hmm.
it just ends up being a complete shit fight at mid where no one caps for the longest time, and then the moment someone caps, it's pretty much game over.
So we'll have a quick look at the pandemic side of things. We've got Xavier, Qatar, Gold Moon, Pink Zero, Beazle, Terminus, and Orax. Xavier and Terminus are our two tanks. And a couple of new faces in the pandemic team tonight. They've gone with a little bit of a mix-up of things. I don't think there's any sound coming through. Can we fix that up? I think we
I
can.
have absolutely no idea.
That's slightly better. I might even boost it up a bit more for you. There we go. That's even better,
Of
I
course,
think.
I can't hear your game sounds because I'm on Skype in a completely different location. I'm like looking at the settings going, what can I do to help? Apparently nothing is the answer.
Alright, so we're going to get into. We're going to see a civil war. And I'm keen on seeing how this plays out. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I'm rooting for Pandemic because they probably go in terms of the standings from the matches that have been played so far. Core have been right up the top. They probably go in as underdogs, but and Core got shocked last week a little bit, didn't they? Going
Yeah,
down to Ewok.
losing to Ewok there, I think some people may have considered an upset. I think they were pretty close games, but
Mm,
yeah, they were good games.
they were good games. Okay, let's see how this flies. We're on the bike and we're going down. Let's see how we go. Who we got here? Oh, Rena. Oh,
I found
and
you,
Cincy.
and I'm just going to put a big shield over you.
Oh, thank you very much. All right, let's see how this goes. Well, everyone's sort of running off in all directions at the moment. I'm going to go stealth and have a little look from here and see if we get. It does look like we've got a little bit of the mid action going on as we suspected, with Terminus leading the charge here at mid for Pandemic, racing in and taunting straight away. Obi Ray's in there as well. It's a bit of a tank on tank here at the moment with Obi Ray and Terminus, and then we've got who have we got here? Who looked like they might have been capping? It was Genos. Looked like he went for the cap there, but not to be. It looks like it's 3-on-3 here at the moment. Although here we go. I've just had Xavier going down to Cinzi and Luke in the background, and Xavier has been defeated. So that's happened. And how's things looking from your side of the game, Eski?
Well, we just had Beasley just jump in Yushi from the back there. He ended up getting knocked out. Yushi actually got pulled out of the way by, it looked like Genos, and Obi-Ray leapt back in to try and guard him. But at the moment, it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. It looks like both teams are going into a bit of a stalemate mode.
Uh, it looks pretty even on the scoreboard with 570 apiece. Does anyone have an upper hand there? I haven't seen it tick over yet.
I've been just enthralled with the combat in front of us, but we will certainly see if it ticks any moment now. At the moment, it actually looks like Pandemic gaining a bit of an upper hand.
Yeah.
They seem to be pushing Core a little bit out the back. A Chieftain goes down, and now Kata's all over Genos. Genos uses a knockback. Genos has actually been stun bubbled. Genos' stun bubble goes off, but it doesn't look like Cinzi's been affected by it.
No,
And Kata is now going down, by getting killed by Cinzy. Kata uses Carbonizer Stream to get out of there. It's being healed up, but it looks like Cinzy's using Dispatch to try and chase him down, and looks like Kata goes down
yep,
finally
Kata's
from
down.
Cinzy as Beasley just jumps back in over to Yushi. He Beasley just gets stunned and leaps straight back at Yushi. Yushi running away is now being guarded by Obi-Ray, and the taunts go out, and Beasley just runs away.
Yeah,
I think that's
Terminus and Goldmoon CD, you know, tank heals combination. They both went down quite early in that fight, and you can see now after they went down and Pandemic lost their numbers. Is the cap going down? No, it doesn't quite make it.
and there was
Core
a
managed to fight their way back in there. Sorry, Eski, keep going.
there was just a pull there. Didn't quite catch who it was, but I think it was their Pandemic Sage healer, Sorcerer healer. Uh, was pulled by Chieftain and just got nuked. So they're down a healer at the moment, and it looks like Core has gained the upper hand finally.
Yeah, and that seems to be. I mean, they're doing. They've gone for Obi Ray's trying to do the cap there in the background. It looks like Terminus is just forcing his way through, trying to stop the cap going down. But I think it's going to go down here because the stun is on. Obi Ray going to get it? No,
No,
just missed
Terminus
out.
just stops him at the last second. He has full resolve. He's just doing all he can to try and slow down the cap. As Terminus is about to go down now, Terminus he actually gets out of there. I think he interceded out.
No, he did die. He went down in the end, so it was close, but Terminus did go down. Luke's chasing down Goldmoon CD. It looks like Luke's just decided that no heals for you, Pandemic. I refuse to let Goldmoon escape, and you can see here he's just gone after him. Now he's leaped over here to try and help out Cinzy by the looks of it, going after Qatar. And I think Obi Ray jumped in and tried to get the ninja cap off, but it just didn't quite happen. Terminus comes in, lays down a guard on Qatar, it looks like, and straight away you can see the taunts go out. He's throwing down his stun there, although Luke, that's not going to stop Luke for long. Obi Ray's in there doing his thing, the cuddly bear of Core, as you like to call him, and it's pretty much neck and neck. You can see Pandemic forcing Core back out here again.
Yeah, what upper hand Core had over Pandemic is starting to erode at the moment, as we have Terminus now all the way back around Yushi, Chieftain, and Genos. Looks like Terminus is actually getting out there as he intercedes back as he's losing a fair bit of health. And the cap trying to go down by Genos by the looks of it just then. Gets interrupted by Pink Zero as Chieftain runs to the rescue. Cinzy trying to look for a leap target, leaps in on Pink Zero as Cybernade goes down, and Pink Zero still up, is being guarded through it. He's got a bubble on him. He's being healed through it, and went from being on about 2% health to looking about half health at the moment. Now he's back down to 30, and it's stabilizing around 30% as he's trying to run away from, it looks like, Cinzy.
Yeah, I think the combination of Terminus and Goldmoon CD is a really good combination for Pandemic. Those two seem to be trying to stay together. You can see Goldmoon running back out towards Terminus, just trying to be there in support for the tank. And when Pandemic have looked in trouble is when both of those guys have gone down. So they seem to be anchoring the team here at the moment. Obi Ray trying to put the ninja cap down, and yet again, he's been at that all match. I don't think we've seen Pandemic try and ninja it at all. It's been basically Core at all times, just trying to get that ninja down.
Yeah, it's actually usually just been Obi Ray just trying to go in there whenever it looked like Core had the upper hand trying to ninja it. But we had players like, where is it? There he is, Pink Zero, was actually hanging around the back, behind the staircase, whenever it looked like Pandemic was in trouble, and just running in, throwing down a nade or something to interrupt that cap.
Operative heals. I am a fan of the operative heals. I'm glad to see the combination coming into play here.
And Obi-Ray trying to cap again. He's right in front of Terminus and Pink Zero. Pink Zero interrupts it. Obi-Ray Guardian leaps back. Kata's to try and protect, to look like Yushi from Kata. I think Kata just went down, and Terminus is in the middle of the entire core team there. Gets thrown out by Obi-Ray.
Yeah.
Terminus leaps back to Obi-Ray, throws down a taunt, and uses a slow and just gets out of there.
Yeah, Cinzy just came in from around the back, so and it looks like Aurorax here just yanking Cinzy back and then putting the stun on. on, just keeping him out of action for as long as he could. And while the numbers were in favour of Core there for a little while, it looked like it'd be a 5-on-4 when Terminus was out in the middle there, as Exy was calling it. It now looks to be the 6-on-6 yet again, or...
And at the moment, Pandemic is just they're too grouped up, and Yushi actually and it looked like Chieftain actually took advantage of that, throwing down the mortar volley. If you have a look at Core, they're actually spread out quite a fair bit, so it's minimizing the effect of AoE in this game.
Now would be a good time to try and ninja it for Pandemic if they get the chance. Pink Zero, Terminus out there, Gold Moon CD with Terminus yet again. We can see that there. Sinzi's there in the background doing his thing, but the fight was pushed away from the node. Obi-Ray trying the ninja cap and then gets pushed right back out of it. I'm going to try and step back here because Luke's in the danger zone. You don't want to get near Luke in the danger zone.
Now we have Genos trying to cap the node. Bezel or Beasley, I'm not quite sure how you would say it, interrupts that. Stealth scan actually goes down over the node. I don't think that's going to do too much since there's actually no stealthers for the core team at mid at the moment. Looks like Terminus is going down, and in there we have Goldmoon CD, Helium through it. Bezel's just going after Obi-Ray at the moment. And
Gold Moon CD putting the ninja cap down. That's the first time we've seen that from Pandemic. It was probably necessary. They eventually had to have a crack at it, and you can see Obi-Ray just smashing his way through there.
It didn't quite work out too well for Gold Moon CD because instantly the Cybernet goes down, and it looks like a stealth cap just happened.
Yeah.
As we have Rena and Luck over trying to defend the grass at the moment, but with them, we have, just trying to get a close look, it looks like R.A.W, and I'm just trying to see who else is out here. It looks like we have Xavier and R.A.W, and R.A.W I think has actually been killed in the meantime. Xavier's trying to defend it as much as possible. It's 3-on-1 at the moment. As Bezel rejoins, R.A.W rejoins. Xavier's just about to go down. Xavier's literally on 26 health, finally gets killed. R.A.W running in and out, trying to interrupt any node caps there. Now going after, looks like Genos.
Yeah, this is a great play from Pandemic. They somehow managed to get the ninja cap off. I didn't quite see who it was, but hats off to them. I look forward to watching that on the replay and seeing who wasn't around when that happened. And they're holding it quite well here at the moment, aren't they, Eski? I mean, we've got it looks like a 5 from Core trying to do as much damage as they can. Beasel's gone down. But they're holding all right. We haven't seen a ninja go down. Oh, here we go. Looks like Genos tried to put the ninja down then and get that cap, but we've got a little bit of an AoE trying to go down. Obi-Ray trying to get the ninja cap away, but Terminus is there. Terminus has been really good in stopping Obi-Ray from getting that ninja cap all game.
Yes, we see the Cybernades go down. It looks like the entire team from Pandemic is on rather low health at the moment. We actually had R.A.W on literally 5%. Gets one-shotted by the project from Genos. As we have Pandemic respawning coming in, trying to prevent any caps. But
Sinzi almost had it.
Half the core team are actually on full resolve at the moment, so there isn't too much that I can see Pandemic doing to actually stop the cap going down. They're just outnumbered at grass at the moment.
But they're surviving. I mean, Gold Moon CD is obviously having a huge impact on this, and who's our operative healer for Pink Zero? These guys are obviously having a massive. I mean, look at Pink Zero. He doesn't look like he looks like he's free casting at the back there.
Yes, he's been free casting. He was hugging the pillar beforehand. He actually gets stunned by Yushi just then. We also had earlier on Goldmoon CD, who was up the top level at mid. He was just standing on the ledge, free casting. No one was bothering to even sap him, stun him, or attack him, or pull him. He was literally just standing over the edge, over the core team, and no one bothered to look up.
Yeah, Gold Moon CD and Pink Zero are having a massive impact on Pandemic's ability to hold out here because they've been able to hold off. When players have gone down, they've been able to keep the rest of the team up at just enough health so that when the reinforcements came, they could stop any kind of a capping attempt.
Now Chieftain goes down, but it looks like Luck's going to go after Goldmoon CD. Luck is using 4 stasis on Goldmoon CD. Goldmoon City's on 409 health after that
Oh,
sweep.
how did he
Yeah,
not go down?
he's been rooted in place. He's trying to heal himself through it. He's used Dark Infusion. Is back up to 30% health, down to 15. He
He's
finally
down.
goes down.
Whoa.
It took Cinzy, Luck, and Obi-Ray all focusing on him to finally get him down.
Yep.
But still, we still have Bezel and Terminus over at Grass with Pandemic holding a 130-point lead over Core at the moment. Luck going for the cap, but it looks like it's going to be interrupted by Goldmoon
Just.
CD. Doesn't actually get interrupted by Goldmoon CD. It was actually Pink Zero unstealthing to run in and interrupt that.
Yeah, well, Pink Zero's gone down, and Gold Moon is the only one left at grass, which could only mean one thing. If no one's coming down here, they must be going, no!
Genos is going to get the cap. Genos is going to get the cap. Genos gets the cap.
There's 4 of them. I'm just going to show you this map here, Eski. There's 4 Pandemic players over at Snow. So, in that whole period when they were having that massive attack on grass, too many reinforcements went to help out Snow, and they lost grass.
But at this point, I actually think
That they're going to win anyway.
Unless Core can recap Snow, sorry, or unless they get the triple cap, they're going to lose anyway. And
Well,
actually, since you're capping Snow at the moment, it looks as though everyone from Pandemic is over at Snow trying to defend, and
not quite.
realistically,
Eski.
Core has to throw down
Beazle.
caps whenever they can. But
Eski, Beazle is at mid. Beazle is at mid, just so you know.
and it looks like Core have sent Rena and Genos to try and defend that. So it actually means they're undermanned at Snow.
We could see an upset here. It's 180 to 70. Core absolutely desperately need to take this cap. And it looks like they're just going for the smash and grab philosophy of trying to knock down Gold Moon CD and Terminus and then get the cap off the back of that. Pink Zero is has been lifted up off the ground. He's back in the game now, chucking out those the grenade, and now he's in his crouch mode, going for the heals. Terminus is still alive and kicking. R.A.W goes down, but the numbers heavily in favour of Pandemic.
Very heavily in favor of Pandemic, actually, as Chieftain's going down quite heavily, and most of Core is actually being pushed out of Snow. They're being pushed right back to the entrance.
R.A.W is back in the game, so like we said before, when they were holding at grass, Gold Moon CD and Pink Zero just managing to keep enough people alive, so when the reinforcements come, they're not they've got a full team on their hands.
And it looks like everyone's resolve bars are full at the moment, so I think the only way Core are going to be able to get this triple cap off is if they actually down everyone from the Pandemic team and cap it ASAP.
It's not going to happen.
They would have to defend it for quite heavily for quite a while. And we actually have in chat Rena apologizing for that, for getting capped just then. As we have Yushi actually capping, gets interrupted by Pink Zero.
We
have Yushi going for the cap. Bezel is now up and interrupting. Cinzy trying to cap it. Cinzy gets interrupted by Cybernade.
Trying to cap
it.
Oh gosh, Cinzy's on the other side trying to cap it. You get the force push there.
This is desperation by Core at the moment. They're all being stunned. Now it looks like we have Chieftain, Cinzy, Obi-Ray, and Yushi and Luck with all full resolve.
60 to 10.
And I think this is game. Pink Zero with the offensive GG there.
50 to 10.
A little bad-mannered. Usually it's the losing team who concedes, but congratulations to Pandemic. That was one hell of a close civil war. I don't think we've actually seen a civil war quite like that in either this season or last season.
No, that was a fantastic game. And you know what? Through all the Civil Wars that we've casted, what we've always said is if it's not working for you at mid, go for the cap at the side. Send someone out there, give it a crack. Pandemic did it. They held it long enough. I called it probably a little bit prematurely. I thought that the numbers weren't with them. They were. So when they lost grass, they reinforced it snow and held. They held well. Pandemic, hat is off to you. That is a fantastic damn game. And Terminus, look at those. 307,000 protection. Wow. Wow. Terminus, what a game. And he held them in there for so long, Esky. Terminus just kept Pandemic in the game at mid, didn't he? He would not let them stealth cap it. He would not let Obi-Ray take it.
Oh, he was doing everything they could, throwing down the slows, uh, using. I'm not quite sure what the warrior version of Aura is, but he was. You would know. You have a Sith warrior.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
But I think the very interesting points to things to point out here is the damage taken by the healers. Yushi and Genos took very little damage. Yushi with 120,000 and Genos with only 206,000. We have Goldmoon CD with 523,000 damage taken, and we have Pink Zero with 281,000 damage taken.
Yeah, and you look at the amount of healing that Pink Zero managed to do as well. I mean, we did say at point during that game that Pink Zero was just free casting for a long time, and you can see it right there in the numbers. Less damage, less deaths. Goldmoon CD targeted twice at 11 to 4 deaths. So, yeah, Pink Zero managed to get a lot more heals off.
Well,
Yeah.
I think you got to give a round of applause to Goldman City taking that much damage and still managing to keep up with the heals.
Yeah, I completely agree. And you look at those numbers for Core. I mean, they had a great game based on the numbers, based on that sheet. They played a great game. They just couldn't get that cap that they needed when they lost their grass. That was the turning point. So I mean, it's hard. You look at players like Chieftain and Luck and Obi Ray, and you go, yeah, great game, great numbers, played really well, did great teamwork, but just couldn't quite do it for them. I got to say, Esky Terminus for MVP in that game. You can't go past him, can you?
I'd have to agree with you on that one.
Yeah, completely. Fantastic work by Terminus. Okay, I'm going to log out of the Imperial side and jump into the Republic side of things and jump into Core and see how they respond after that. Wow, they've been shocked, haven't they? I mean, you think about their games from last week against Ewok. Um, uh, you would have thought before that they probably would have been quite confident against Pandemic. Pandemic came out and played one hell of a game, didn't they?
Uh, from the imp teams we've seen, that was pretty scary stuff from Pandemic just then.
Yeah, yeah, unbelievable.
Normally, people feel that it's the Republic side that has the top PvPers, but Pandemic, they're looks like they're trying to prove us wrong.
Yeah, they wow. Yeah, yeah, that was that was something else, wasn't it?
Now I've joined up with. They're calling themselves Treason. I think we've actually had a name change and didn't even know it.
Oh, really? No, because I did Who Pandemic earlier, and that came out. They do have a couple of ring-ins tonight, so maybe there's a couple of players there from another guild that are playing with Pandemic tonight. How are things travelling on your end?
They're Pandemic, and I'm just going to check if they're ready. Are you ready? They're saying Treason is the Pandemic PvP guild. I don't know if they're pulling my leg or not.
Oh dear. Okay, so are there
Pandemic is ready,
Q when guys? Okay, looks like call's almost ready to go.
and we're in the queue.
Um, not quite sure what's going on the core side of things. They've turned it into a 16-man ops group, and they seem to be having a bit of a nice chat. And Presh is a little bit confused as to what's going on. And since he's gone 16-man KT question mark.
KT, that's an operation I'm not aware of.
That's right.
I'm guessing it's Karaga's throne, where we have to fight the Sarlacc on his
We're
pleasure barge.
looks like we're almost ready to go. They've turned it back into a 9-man ops group. So if we can get rid of one of these guys, we're ready to go. Who did this? Who did the cap? Eski, can you find out who it was that capped?
It was Xavier with Orax.
Excellent.
Now, coming up after we have Pandemic and Core, we also, at 9:30, we've got Apocalypse Now and WikiLeaks.
Yes, looking
Another,
forward to that.
another great round of games coming up.
Yeah, that's
but
right.
I think if there's potential for a third game, we may have it in front of us now. Because if you had a look at it, Core's their damage was just their damage was great. They were downing players from Pandemic, but Pandemic, I think it was just their pure strat that won them the game. And unfortunately, we didn't get a good look at that ninja cap. I mean, normally we're on top of this stuff, but sometimes it just goes right past us. I think that's the whole point of a ninja cap, though. You don't see it coming.
We
And
got
we
it.
have a pop.
We got it. All right.
And it's a Zergstar.
Ah, very nice. Very, very nice. Civil War to a Zergstar. I do like the Zergstar phrasing. That's good.
It makes sense. It's accurate.
It is indeed. Oh. Speaking of Zerg, are you getting excited, Eski?
Oh, it's 1 week away. Heart of the Swarm coming out.
Yeah, I know you must be very excited.
Words cannot describe. Unfortunately, if you go off what some of the pro StarCraft 2 players have been saying, not going to be that great for Zerg. There was actually a tweet released by Root Cats, player Cats from Team Root in the US team. He said if multiplayer is any indication of what the single player campaign will be like, the Zerg race will be extinct by the end of it. It's like I don't know if anyone in the stream has watched any Heart of the Swarm streams while the beta was still up. It's gone back to where Wings of Liberty started, and then some. I mean, sure, they took out, I believe it was the Warhound, the ultimate Terran unit that could kill anything.
I did like the look of the Warhound. I'm not going to lie.
It may have looked like a cool unit. It was a dumb unit in every other respect. It's just you make Warhounds, then you win.
Yeah, but that's awesome. It's like Marines, right?
Yeah. I mean, oh god. Marines.
All right, let's get into it. Just in case anyone was wondering, Joshua Blackburn it wasn't happy with me announcing in the chat that the games were being played. tonight and announcing what the stream was going to be. He wasn't happy about that, so I just suggested that he backslash ignore me. And Jack asked me to clarify which core team it was that was playing. So Jack getting a little defensive there, making sure that his team wasn't being portrayed as going down to anyone.
And
They've got the superior numbers in this round so far, and he doesn't want that tainted, and I can respect that.
now I think we should go back to the game at hand. We have Pink Zero putting down the plan over the left hand on the left hand door, but Obi-Ray and Cinzi are both there with full resolve. We also have Xavier in there helping out Pink Zero's. Pink Zero's healing up himself and Xavier at the same time using looks like Kolto Cloud. But I believe that was Yushi who came and joined in. Pink Zero has actually been stunned as Xavier tries to get out there. Pink Zero now stunned again with full resolve and decides to run away as we have Obi-Ray and Cinzi now guarding the left-hand door.
Yeah, they're all over that, and if we come over here and see where all the action is, it's wow, it's a bit all over the place here. Gold Moon CD and Pink Zero out the back, free casting at the moment. Just Cinzi leaping into Gold Moon and trying to stop him from being able to do what he does best. Yushi getting tanked by about 3 of them at the moment. Xavier and Beazle over in the corner there going after Yushi, and then Kata or R.A.W, I believe, and Terminus all in the middle there against Luck and Cinzi. So it's good positioning here from Core, that's for sure. Sorry, not from Core, from Pandemic.
Now we have Pink Zero going in, and it's Gibby Septus. Now, question: was Gibby Septus in Core's game, in Core 1's game? No, it was Core.
No, I don't.
It was in their.
I
It
don't
was in
think
their
so.
game against Ewocalypse last week. That's where that name came. I remember that
There you
name
go.
from. It was Gibby Septus against Fortor, where Fortor, the man, went on an absolute rampage.
That's right. That's right. That's where that all happened. No one's going to forget those games.
Now we have Xavier and Pink Zero up against Chieftain and Gibby Septus. It looks like Pink Zero is trying to line of sight Chieftain and actually uses his combat stealth to get away as Chieftain throws down a stealth scan but completely misses where Pink Zero is. Pink Zero now looking for Gibby Septus because he knows Gibby Septus is out there stealthed but doesn't quite know where. It looks like Pink Zero is now decided he's actually going to go heal his team as we have players like Xavier, Terminus, R.A.W, Kata, and Goldmoon City all on very, very low health at the moment.
Yeah, Goldmoon CD was over in this area free casting for a long time and then, then took some damage, and Terminus looked like he was going to go down. He was only on about 5% health and it seems to have crept back up to 10. So, and he's going for the plant, but I don't think that's going to go down. No, we've got Cinzi out the back there making sure that that does not happen.
We actually had Goldmoon City finally go down, and immediately after we also had R.A.W go down. Now they've Goldmoon City's force speed back in, and looks like Obi-Ray's now going down to Xavier.
Yeah, and it looks like there's a bit of a transition here of Pandemic trying to lead Core out of their defensive positioning, get them out into the open so they can rip them apart and maybe slide on into the other side. I'm not quite sure what they're doing here, but they've got Chieftain out of position. Luke's coming to support him, and Obi-Ray's out the back trying to take as much damage as possible away so they can't do what they were trying to do there. But now that they've got the numbers, Core are out in the middle and gone, you know what, if you want to take us on out in the open, that's fine because we think we can take you down quicker.
And I think they're right, as we have R.A.W and Bezel going down right now. R.A.W finally goes down. Bezel looks like he's going to be the next one on the chopping block. We've actually, no, Kata goes down. Bezel finally getting healed up. Xavier going down as well. And all the fighting's now moved. The entire Pandemic team has just moved over to the left-hand door. Looked as though they were trying to force Core to defend the right-hand door while slowly, while moving over, moving everyone around the corner to the left-hand door. We actually do have a cap down going down. Luck is on his back at the moment. Chieftain goes in and looked like he just got off a shot as Luck now burst down Pink Zero. Pink Zero is being healed through it by Goldmoon City. Goldmoon City is now turned his attention to Bezel, who's also going down because he's in there with Luck and Cinzi, and Obi-Ray running out of there as well. There is a lot of CC going down at the moment as we have Pink Zero finally go down to Cinzi. Cinzi now turning his attention over to Goldmoon City. Goldmoon City trying to heal up Bezel, knocks back Cinzi. looked like Bezel used Force Camo just then as he's still trying to be healed up by as Goldman City still trying to heal him up. Now turns his attention to Xavier. Xavier's going down. Terminus is actually going down as well. Terminus
Needs
gets
heals.
bubbled. He's on fire at the moment, so we've got a flaming Terminus.
Aurochs on low health as well out the side here. Was stunned for a long time. Pulls Chieftain back in, but Yushi's in support. Looks like they're going to go after Aurochs with a vengeance for that. And there you go. Aurochs is about to go down. No,
And it
he
looks like
survives.
Core's a bit frightened at the moment because Pink Zero is actually at the door capping it. And they've had to send over, looks like Chieftain, Cinzi,
Gibiceptus.
Gibiceptus, who I'm assuming was already there, and Yushi. Uh, Maybe a bit of overkill for what was just Pink Zero, and I think Orax was there as well.
Yeah, but in the end, it's not going to matter too much because Pandemic are coming in here and trying to do the damage. But Obi Ray out the back with, gosh, I can't see who that is. Looks like it's, yep, Genos doing what they needed to do and keeping them going. Luke looks like he's going to go down, but I think he's still up and about just. He's on very low health and he's just getting a little bit of heals now, so he's going to be right back in shape in no time. Pink Zero and Gold Moon out the back here doing their thing. Pink Zero goes in stealth. I wonder if we're going to see Pink Zero pop around at the door and try and ninja cap it again. No, Pink Zero, she's around the back there trying to do her thing. Genos healing from around the back, trying to keep Obi Ray and Cinzi up. It looks like Pink Zero goes to the door, but Obi Ray's not having a bar of it. Obi Ray is camping that door, making sure that Pink Zero cannot do that cap that she desperately wants to do.
Well, they only have 5 seconds left in which they can cap in, and I don't think they're going to get it. Well, actually, that 5 seconds is gone, sorry.
Yeah, so pretty good defense from Core. They needed to show some kind of strength coming to this match and try and lift themselves out of the slight losing streak they've had, and they've done well here in this first half. Let's see if they can bring it back in their attacking form and smash through one of these doors. Who stood out for you in that first half? I think Pink Zero with the attempted ninja caps every now and then got very close, but Chieftain and Luke definitely stepped up in that game, didn't they?
Definitely, and I think you would have to give a lot of credit over to Cinzi as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, great defensive and great teamwork. You could see them. You could see the communication was really good for Core in that game. They were moving around when they needed to be moving around, doing what they needed to be doing, and yeah, great work. Yushi and Janos as well. Good work from them. Alright, I'm going to stand up the top and see how we go. They've gone straight down the middle and popped out to the left, it looks like. Although some CCs went down pretty much straight away from Terminus. And Katar's in the mix there. There was a little bit of AoE, I think, as well. Obi Ray, Cinzi, Genos and Yushi. Although I think that they're going to... I think this is a fake out. I think Obi Ray and Cinzi are faking out as the rest of Core has gone over to the other side. And they've got the numbers advantage, surely.
And it looks like they're just doing all they can to hold up Pandemic as they head over to the right-hand door.
Yeah, Gibiceptus at Chieftain and Yushi 3-on-1 with Xavier, who's stealthed out. The stealth detectors go down. Xavier pops back out. Looks like he's about to go down, but he's surviving long enough for Gold Moon CD, Aurochs, and Pink Zero to rush back into his aid. And there you go, Gold Moon CD straight away, healing Xavier back up to full health. Xavier held off 3 Core players then. Fantastic work by Xavier.
Well, it's a Shadow Tank. They are quite powerful.
Yeah.
As we actually have a plant going down by Gibiceptus as Obi Ray was trying to stun everyone left from the Pandemic team. We have Kata, Bezel, and Terminus, but he didn't get this. Obi Ray didn't get the ore off on time to slow down Terminus, who leapt over to was Gibiceptus. Gibiceptus actually re-stealthed, and that's why I can't see him.
Oh well, this is really clever by Core. They're not tanking one side. Or not zerging one side, I should say. They're hitting for the whole game. They're hitting one side, determining whether or not they can get the cap, and then going, you know what, we can't get the cap. Let's go try the other side straight away. One person goes, tries to do the damage, or 2 or 3 of them go, and then they all rush over and support. So it's clever play by Core at the moment. They're not, and you can see here they're all racing back out to the right hand side, or it looked like they were. They're they're communicating really well and just trying to drag Pandemic out from those doors so that they can at least take one side.
Well, at the moment, it looks like Pandemic's defense has actually fallen apart a bit, as we have Obi-Wan throwing down the plant.
Yep.
Doesn't look like anyone from Pandemic was
Ooh.
actually paying attention. We had Terminus and Goldmoon CD standing there, but I think it was actually Bezel who interrupted that cap.
Yeah, I think it was. I think you're right about that. And apologies, I just realised I had the wrong setting on, so apologies for that, everyone. But now it's going to be a lot clearer for you. With 4 minutes left in this game, and we want to see Core put down this plant so we can take it to a third game. But I tell you what, even when Pandemic looked to be out of shape there, they've managed to hold them off, and they're not letting Obi-Ray put that cap down, and he wants to do it.
Well, at the moment, Core have managed to wedge themselves right in there, right in at the door, and it looks as though their healers, Genos and Yoshi, are actually in a great position to be able to just keep their players up. At the moment, I don't think Terminus and Kata are actually going to be able to do anything about Yoshi and Genos at the moment. Genos actually going for the plant, maybe not the best idea for the healer, but it looks as though most of Core's team are actually are on near as makes
Oh,
no difference.
this
Full
this
health.
this is
We have
clever, SB.
Obi-Wan going down.
Yeah, Gibby Septus has gone over the other side and dragged three Pandemic players out there to take him on. So you can
Thomas
see
goes
here.
down. Kata's about to go down. Kata goes down. Now it's just Pink Zero. Pink Zero's been stunned as Genos now going for the plant. Godman CD
Ooh.
been stunned, and looks like the spawn doors just open as we have Terminus rejoining the fight with Orax.
Yeah, that was very close. That was the opportunity they were looking for there. Gibby Septus dragging enough Pandemic players out to go and support the opposite side. That Core just had weight of numbers, but unfortunately the doors bumped open just at the wrong moment for them.
A lot of AoE going down at the moment as we had Bezel and Terminus standing right in the middle of it as Genos again going for the plant. Even if they don't plant, I don't think Pandemic will actually win on a kill decision.
Yeah, I think the kills have definitely been in favour of Core for this game, so it's gonna be it's gonna be close. That's for sure.
Cyber Stun Nade goes down, takes out Chieftain and Genos, as we have Cincy now using Force Stasis on Bezel. Looks like he's going to go for he actually goes for a Dispatch. Now he's going to use his Mighty Smash. If I can get a look at him.
This is interesting here. They've been a Core have just decided to hammer this left hand side of the map for a very long time. Gibby Septus, the only one who's really been attempting to draw them out to the right hand side. What are we going to see here with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock? A Core just going to go. You know what? We can't get the cap down. Gibby Septus is going for the cap there, but looks like that's Terminus in there. Of course, it's Terminus playing out of his skin tonight, and. Beazle as well. The doors open, and here come the reinforcements. They're all back out, including Terminus, who just died. So, Core, it looks with 1 minute and 50 on the clock, they're just going to go for those kills, doesn't it?
Well, if you're confident, it may be a little bit arrogant to try and go for the kills. To play the safest way possible is to at least have someone try and cap it.
Yeah, definitely.
You may feel confident that you're ahead in kills, but sometimes it can be difficult in the game to keep a track of it.
Luke's on the right-hand side door with Gibby Septus against Orax and Xavier. Xavier has stealthed out, I believe. He's just popped back in. Orax and Xavier versus Luke and Gibby Septus. Luke is about to go down. Luke is defeated, so it's Gibby Septus 2-on-1, Xavier and Orax. And now Pink Zero comes in for some support, but that must mean that weight of numbers are going to be with Core again with 1 minute on the clock left to try and cap on this left-hand side door. Are they going to be able to get it off?
We've got Terminus and Kata trying to hold up in Bezel. Bezel goes down, Kata goes down. Now it's just Goldman CD and Terminus trying to interrupt.
Oh, the doors are
plant's
open.
Going down. Luck is now planting. Kata finally re-emerges and throws down one hell of a def from above just then. Hits Chieftain, Luck, Gibby Septus, Obi-Ray.
Yeah, got them all then, didn't they? Gosh, if it's going to come down to a kills decision, you would think that it's going to be in Core's favour. I mean, it's been close, hasn't it?
Uh, in terms of kills, I think there's been a constant stream of pandemic players being sent back to spawn.
Yep.
So
Yep. Well, here we go. 5 seconds left. We're going to see what we think is going to be a Core victory based on kills. Good defense, though. I mean,
Download complete. Republic forces have secured the data core.
and there we go.
Powering down.
it's a victory to Core. Wow, what a
Core 2
game. Core 2.
equal the series 1-1.
Wow,
We
one
will see an
all.
ace match. We'll see an ace match, I should say.
This was a very interesting game. I mean, Xavier and Terminus both played. You can see here they played a great game for Pandemic. Obi Ray and Luke both played great game for Core too. As did Chieftain, I got to say, and Cinzy. We talked a little bit about Cinzy. Um, what's the stat you'd like to look at here, Eski? I mean, it was a great defensive game from both teams, and weight of numbers in terms of kills on Core's side. So maybe we should look at Luke for that and see, 647 damage per second, biggest hit of 6,000.
Well, we have Chieftain with 638 damage per second as well.
Mm.
Nowhere near the biggest hit because obviously you can't compete with Smash or Sweep as it would be. Rage and Focus, they always produce the biggest single hits.
Yeah, Cinzy, also a good game. 597 damage per second and a biggest hit of 6,143. Um, it was good team games from both of them, wasn't it? You would think, looking at those numbers, you would think that with Core getting over the top there, you would think that the kills probably come into play a lot. So let's look at the kills list. And Chieftain, most kills on the board, closely followed by Luke. Good game from both of them. Eski, hard to toss up between those two, but I think that they're the two we've got to choose between.
Well, I thought Cincy did a great job just interrupting node caps, but between Chieftain and Luck, I'd have to go with Luck.
Yeah,
Because
I
he was
think
just
so.
up there with Cincy, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so. I would have to agree with that. Great game. All right, we're going to a third game.
We have not seen this in quite a while. Shall we jump straight back into it?
This is very very interesting. Yeah, I think we should, but I mean, oh,
Core 2 might see you as a good luck charm now.
yeah. I mean, I might stay with these guys and just
They're lucky Raiju.
hang on. Okay.
Well,
Oh,
Pandemic is asking for a 2-minute break.
a 2 minute break. Yep.
So shall we stay or shall we swap in this time?
Um, you have a stealther, don't you? So you're probably better off
Yes.
to go with core. Okay, let's swap. Um, all right. It's gonna go to a third game. I'm pretty excited.
And you know what would top it all off? If the third game was like a hut ball and ancient
Oh,
hypergates.
don't. You know how much I love my hut ball. I would get pretty excited if it was a hut ball. Uh, I would get pretty excited if it was a hut ball. Oh dear. Oh dear, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close, isn't it? I mean, they're both neck and neck in this tonight's match, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I mean, but I don't think you can have a clear favourite for the third
No,
round.
no, they've been so close.
I think
Um,
it's interesting to note that Core 2 subbed out Rena and replaced Rena with Gibiceptus for that after that first round loss.
yeah, wow.
I'm guessing someone was not happy with that. But again, these things happen.
It's it's gonna be close. I'm really looking forward to seeing how we go here. I mean, uh, we've been talking the last couple of weeks. We've been talking about pandemic and how they're a good PvP team, and we've seen the signs. We've seen them play some really good sections of games, and tonight we've seen them play two outstanding games. I mean, they've done great work up against a really strong team in Core 2. I mean, with players like Yushi and Obi-Ray and Chieftain and Luke and Cinzi. Just it's tough, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Tough competition.
Uh, we have Bandita whispering me saying Chieftain for President. I'm hoping he's benevolent. That's all I've got to say.
All right. I would love to see a hut ball, or a. See, I don't think a. If we're talking about maps, um, I think that ancient hypergates probably works in Core's favor because their
The
strategy,
dam
their strategy is just damage. Yeah,
the damage is there to
yeah,
be able to take
yeah,
to rack up enough points
yeah.
for them to win.
That's right. Whereas a hut ball, or even even another void star, uh, um, or a hut ball. Yeah, hut ball or another void star, I think would probably work in Pandemic's favor. Um, Managing to hold core off and not letting them get that cap on the door would give them so much confidence. And even though they lost on a kills decision, they would be so confident with themselves to take another game against core that I think they could probably pull it off. And confidence is going to work in their favour. If we see an ancient hypergates come up, you think that they go, okay, we've lost our last game based on kills, so we're going to have to make sure that we get that double cap and get like we did in the Civil War game first up that they won. That's what they're going to be looking for. So maybe I take it back then. Maybe in a game of Ancient Hypergates, Pandemic probably go in with a little bit of a bit of confidence because they know they can get that cap.
Well, as I pointed out before, they did sub out Rena, but again, what we saw from what we've seen from last week's game is Gibiceptus getting stealth capped by Fortor. So
Yeah, it's going to be.
it's a tough one to call.
It certainly is.
It's not just it. Uh, it's just that it sometimes you just cannot avoid being stealth capped or stun capped.
Okay, we're ready to go on the Pandemic side of things. I'm going to tell them to queue up.
I'm just confirming with core. Just waiting. I think
Oh,
Obi Ray
we had a
was
disconnect.
just checking with Obi Ray.
Cat kicked Terminus from the ops group so they queued up and the Terminus got kicked. We're queued up and ready to go over on this side.
Oh, we're queued up and ready to go by the looks of it. Now we play the waiting game, which on Master and Nala we're quite accustomed to. It's Weight Wars, the oldest republic. because nothing new ever happens on this server.
That's right. That's absolutely right. All right, come on, we can do this. We can get into it. What's it going to be?
You're just going to jinx it if you want a hut ball.
I don't think I could do anything to make this game give us a hut ball. I don't think there's anything I could do.
Well, we managed to pull off tonight without any technical difficulties at the start.
I know. I wasn't going to say anything because I didn't want to, I didn't want to jinx it. But I thought it was quite a good start to the night.
Well, people don't know about what happens in the preparation leading up to the start, but what they don't know won't hurt them.
That's right. There's a lot of swearing.
The anger is strong with this one.
That's right. That's right. Come on, we can do it. Let's go. Let's go, BioWare. Connect the dots. There are only 2 teams queued up for ranked Warzones on Master Denala right now. Therefore, ranked Warzones should pop.
Should being the operative word here. Oh,
And
we do
there
have
we
a pop.
go.
Don't even think they waited for me to tell them to take it. They just
know.
leapt right in there. And we have an ancient hypergate straight off the bat. So, this will be an interesting game.
Okay. Okay.
I wonder where the fighting is going to take place. In recent ancient hypergates, we've seen the unusual the anti-Master Denala strat of heading off to the right, getting adventurous and sending someone off to what is people consider to be the other team's node, even though both nodes are completely neutral and you don't have an advantage heading either way.
Alright, let's do a quick check of the teams. I think Pandemic has been stable with their makeup since the beginning. Terminus, Beazle, Qatar, Pink Zero, Aurak, Xavier, and Gold Moon CD. What about from the Core 2 side of things?
With Core 2, we're keeping the same team from last game. We've got Obi-Ray, Janos, Gibiceptus, Sinzi, Luck, Chieftain, and Yushi.
So Gibiceptus holds position in Core's makeup after I think we saw Genos make way for him.
It was Rena, sorry.
It was
Genos
Rena.
is their healer.
Of
Sage
course.
healer.
So Rena dismissed for Gibiceptus.
Now, will we see a repeat of the game against Democalypse last week?
Yes. Well, I think we know straight away we're going to see them come out firing. We know the core strategy. They're going to come out straight away and smash their way into mid. What is Pandemic going to do? What is their strategy going to be in order to win this game? And it looks like with 10 seconds left, they're all popping out to the left. I think that's not... I mean, when we talked about it before, we thought that the double cap was what they needed. So let's see if in the next 2.5 minutes they're going to get that double cap. Here we go. We're out.
Well, what we're seeing is all of Core heading off to the left, and it looks as though no one from Pandemic's headed off to the right, which is Core's left.
Correct.
They've both teams have actually completely bypassed each other, and now it's the fight over mid.
Yeah, Obi jumped in and stunned everybody here. Just threw down the the AOE CC and woof.
Straight away, we have Transcendence from Sinzi, who's carrying an orb out of mid. I don't think Sinzi has actually attacked anyone, just grabbed an orb and ran.
Well, that's not a bad strategy. I mean, the orbs are going to help them get the upper hand early on, so why not do it?
Well, it's going to give them... if they can keep at least one person...
Goldmoon's going for the orbs. Luke's going to try and stop him. Nope, Goldmoon's got the orbs, and Luke is getting ganged up on here by Terminus, Beazle, Xavier, and Qatar, and Pink jumping into the act there. And Luke gets pulled out by, was it Obi-Ray out the back there, or someone else?
Obi-Ray actually died. He's he's complaining in the ops chat. He's saying some rather nasty things. I think someone was bugged and he didn't see it.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, it's 84 in favour of Pandemic to 81 over Core 2 at the moment, so the orbs definitely helping. Well, actually, it's not the orbs, they're 6 apiece, so it must be kills. There's one more kill in favour of Pandemic, and that's Obi-Ray. So Obi-Ray going down is in favour of Pandemic.
At the moment, it looks like Core 2 is on pretty much full health. Chieftain losing a little bit of health, but I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna take him down as he's actually backing out of mid at the moment. Gonna
And Pandemic planted another set of orbs, so they're 12 to 6, 2 orbs down in favour of Pandemic. That's taken them to 90 to 84 on top of Core 2 in this early stage. There's 15 seconds left. I don't think we're going to see, yeah, on the map there you can see there's no stealth cap going down, so a quick kill here for a core will keep them pretty close. Otherwise, it's going to be 90 to 84. 3 seconds left on the clock. You'd think at this stage it's going to be 90 to 84.
And mid's looking heavily in Core's favour at the moment as we have Obire leaping in to protect. I think he actually threw down a guard on Yoshi just then. Most of Pandemic's actually been stunned, and I didn't see who that was who got force pushed out by Obire there. Just leapt into mid and immediately got pushed out.
It was Goldmoon CD.
Which is unfortunate for Goldmoon CD. We see Pink Zero go down. Actually tries to combat stealth and still goes down in the
That
middle
means
of
both their healers are out, which means that unless Xavier can... I think Xavier is probably going to have to taunt here and take as much damage as possible so they don't lose a whole lot of players, because Core have got a lot of ascendancy here with Yushi in the background doing those healing, keeping them up and about. They're going to need Pink Zero or Goldmoon. Pink Zero's stuck, so Goldmoon's captain had to leave the cap to come back and try and keep his team alive, but you can see it's already too late. 178 to 168. In the little time that Pink Zero and Goldmoon were down, Core have raged, just ripped through Pandemic.
At that moment, when the healers went down, that would have probably been the best time for Pandemic to just either use slows or a stun and just hightail it out of mid, because without healers there, they have given Core 2 one hell of a fairly big lead at the moment. Well, it doesn't look that big, but now Core 2 has pretty much complete run of the mill at mid. They're picking up orbs. Xavier trying to interrupt Obire, but we actually have Yushi with an orb, but he doesn't look like they're ready to run back yet. Chieftain looked like he was trying to pick up an orb. He got interrupted. He's now firing to what looks like Pink Zero. Terminus leaps in. Is now force choking Yushi.
We saw this last week from Yushi. Yushi will pick up the orbs and then just hang on to them and just keep healing them through until Core have the ascendancy in mid and then take them back. The problem with that strat is that if Pandemic take the opportunity to take Yushi down, they get extra points for taking down someone carrying orbs. So it's a bit of a gamble for the healer to grab the orbs at this stage.
Well, the other thing is you don't want to be just running, having your healer just run out by himself.
Exactly.
If he gets intercepted, then it's can be quite a big loss to your team.
That's right. It's working for Yushi at this stage, but I mean, if Pandemic realise this, they're going to target him pretty quickly.
We have Bezel going after Yushi. Yushi still not leaving. They're actually out of time to throw down to get rid of the orb, and doesn't actually look like he's carrying the orb anymore, so I'm guessing he lost it. It expired.
Well, there's a 20-point lead here to Core 2 over Pandemic, so they've come back from a slight down to be a slight up, 186 to 168. It's close, but as we said before, the kills favour Core 2. So Pandemic need the double cap, and I'm surprised we haven't seen them do it.
Well, with something like a double cap, you either want to get it in early, because when you do it, you pretty much tip your hand. You kind of alerting the other team that, okay, this is what our plan is. We want to just keep double capping you, or we're going to just double cap you early on, and then we'll just see how the game plays, and maybe we'll have to do it again later. You don't want to leave the double cap too late, because then pretty much the other team's expecting to try and go for it. So what they're going to end up doing is just stacking all their players around the node, and that cap's never going to go down. Although I will say it has happened once.
It's coming.
I've seen.
Xavier and R.A.W are going around the back. They're going around the top edge, facing directly away from where we are now, and they're coming out the other side. They're doing it. They're going for it right now.
And this probably would be the perfect time to go for the double cap. So I'm going to go and take a closer look. They're probably going to wait until there's less time on the clock for Core to recap it. Now I'm wondering. I'm seeing Xavier is actually not in stealth at the moment. Luck is actually going after Xavier. It doesn't look like that double cap's going to go down.
Yeah, this was the time to do it, and I think that whoever it was that was up the other end, that was it was R.A.W, I believe, who was up the other end. I can't see him anymore. Is he still there? I don't think so.
He never appeared.
No, R.A.W. So the double cap didn't happen in the end. 45 seconds left. It's 293 to 246. The ascendancy is now with clearly with Core 2. I mean, that double cap is what they need desperately. Pandemic. They need the double cap to keep them in the game. 20 seconds left. It's not going to be worth it in this round. The next round is going to be do or die for them. If they want to get the upper hand in this game, the double cap is what they need.
Definitely. They're going to run out of opportunities to go for that double cap very, very quickly because, as I was saying, the moment that it looks as though Core are just going to outright win, the moment that the timer ticks down, all Core are going to do is stack all their players around the node,
Yep.
and that will be game over for Pandemic.
Yep, they need to. This round that's coming up right now, 0 seconds. Here comes the explosion. As soon as it comes through, now is the time for Pandemic to put the plan into place and do the double cap. They need it. They need it to win. This is do or die. 2.5 minutes on the clock. 303 to 246. There's a 50-point lead to Core 2 over Pandemic. Straight away, you can see Terminus, R.A.W, and Xavier out of the gate, heading straight over to Core 2's side. And Core 2, they're not going to get it, I don't think. Oh, they are going to get it. But are they going to be able to hold it? Xavier's going to get it. Xavier gets it.
Well, the one thing that they can do is just interrupt any other cap from Core, but it doesn't look like any from Core is actually heading to the, I believe it's the western pylon, sorry.
Yeah.
They're just completely ignoring it, but it also looks as though Pandemic are completely ignoring the western pylon as well. They're just focusing everything on the eastern pylon. So at this point,
Beasel's going over there.
It would be smart to actually send someone over. So
Yeah.
that's good to hear for Pandemic side.
Yeah, Beazle straight out of the gate, straight over there. They waited for someone to die before they went over to cap it because this is what we wanted to see. All they've got to do now. Genos is unbeatable. Fantastic work by Genos. Wow. The double cap. It's still. I mean, this is where they're going to be able to take the upper hand here. 402 to 303. If they can hold off here, if they can stop them from capping, all they've got to do is stop them from capping.
Well, it's a six second cap. And
Yushi.
there's still a minute left on the clock. Yushi's going to get the cap. He, at the last second, gets interrupted.
Oh.
That was close. As reinforcements from Pandemic come in, it looks as though we're seeing a cap by Chieftain. Chieftain gets interrupted just then. Cybernade's going down, and looked like an orbital strike was starting to be planted by Pink Zero, but Pink Zero gets interrupted.
37 seconds left. All they've got to do is hold off. All they've got to do is hold off. Can they do it? And it looks like Qatar and Pink Zero. Qatar's gone around the other side. Qatar's not jumped down onto this side out of the spawn. So Pink Zero and R.A.W coming down to try and help out in these last few seconds. But Qatar
This is over at the western pylon as we see
there you go.
Janos trying to plant it. Xavier with a knockback there. Janos trying to plant. Time's up.
That's it.
No time to cap it. There's double cap to Pandemic.
Great
and this has really
work.
brought them right back into the game.
Yeah, this is fantastic work. 414 to 303 it's going to be. That is exactly what Pandemic needed to do. The problem for them is now they've got to do it again. This lead is going to get away from them. They won't. I don't see them holding with a side each. Do you?
Well, at the moment, Core 2 actually just got completely wiped by the explosion.
Oh dear. Well, that
and they're actually heading both ways. I'm seeing Just a moment. I'm seeing Obi-Ray and Yushi heading over to the eastern pylon.
Luck,
And I'm seeing the rest
Genos.
of Core heading over to the western pylon.
Yeah, I'm going to come over to the western pylon and see what's going to happen over here. Looks like, gosh, I can't see who that is. Was it like Gold Moon? No, it wasn't Gold Moon. It was Pink. It was Pink Zero trying to put down the cap on the western side, and it's just a bit of chaos over here at the moment. And it looks like most of Pandemic are over at this side, trying to stop Core from getting the cap over here. But Core have come out with a vengeance. They're not happy about what just happened.
Well, over at the eastern pylon, we have from Pandemic, Terminus, and Kata taking on Yushi and Obi-Ray, and it actually looks as though Obi-Ray and is going down slightly. Yushi trying to heal him through it. It's a bit of a stalemate at the moment. I'm not quite sure who's going to get the upper hand. Terminus and Kata trying to focus down Yushi, but Obi-Ray's just guarding Yushi at the moment
Core
and
have the ascendancy.
doing quite a good job.
Luke is putting down. I think. Oh, Luke. Beazle jumped in at the very last second to stop Luke, but now Gibby Septus is trying to put it down and trying again and again, and it's a 2-on-5 situation. 2-on-4, sorry. 2-on-4 over here at the western pylon, but now the reinforcements have come back, and you would think that if Gold Moon can keep himself up as well as Xavier and Auroch, but it's now three of them: Xavier, Auroch, and Gold Moon against Genos, Cinzi, Luke.
The western pylon, the eastern pylon, sorry, we actually have Yushi going down. Yushi's on very, very low health at the moment. He's actually on 9% health, 7%, 2%, 9%, 4%. He's trying to heal himself through it as both Kata and Terminus are still on him. Yushi finally goes down. Now it's Terminus and Kata, who are both on still very, very high health, up against Obi-Ray. Obi-Ray going down as Luck jumps on in, trying to interrupt as Terminus goes for the plant. Now it's Luck up against Beazle, Terminus, and Kata as Yushi rejoins the fray, and Terminus throwing down the plant. But there's actually going to be no plant. There's no time for any side to cap. With 1 second, 0. Do we even see a discharge when neither node is capped?
Wow, it doesn't look like it. Doesn't. Oh yeah, there is a discharge.
I'm not even sure if the teams were sure of that, as the entire core team gets wiped.
Yeah.
And it looks as though all of Pandemic got wiped as well.
This is exactly what happened.
At mid. There is no one left at mid.
Yeah.
And it looks as though Core are now going for a three-man squads on each side.
Yeah, and it looks like Pandemic have sent a similar. They've gone 4 out on the western side. Cinzi leaping into attack there with Chieftain, and in the back it was Gibby Septus trying to put that plant down. Gibby Septus has been at that all night. Ever since they got double capped, Gibby Septus has been trying to redeem the team by getting that cap on the western pylon, and now there's a double cap going down from Gibby Septus and Janos, but Auroch not having a piece of it. Looks like Gold Moon CD is about to go down. He's going to try and heal himself through it. Xavier putting a taunt down, trying to take as much damage as possible. Gold Moon CD is there and healing himself through. He's still alive. It's a 3-on-3 over at the western pylon as Gibby Septus and Janos and Chieftain, by the looks of it, are trying to do their thing. Xavier's gone down over on your side. How's that looking?
Over on my side, we have Yoshi, Luck. Yoshi actually just goes down. Luck and Obi-Ray up against Terminus, Kata, Bezel, and Pink Zero.
Wow.
And it looks as though
Gibby Septus
Luck
putting a plant down. Ooh, didn't quite go down. Sorry, continue.
It's a bit of a stalemate at the moment. Luck is finally going down. Luck is virtually dead. Luck is now Cinzi leaping in to try and save Obi-Ray. Obi-Ray's been stunned. Plant going down by Bezel. Oh. Bezel gets interrupted, and we actually have Terminus on very, very low health. Terminus is about to go down. Pink Zero trying to heal Terminus through it, but I don't think Pink Zero has any tactical advantage at the moment, so he isn't going to throw down that instant cast as Terminus finally goes down. No, Terminus leapt out of there, sorry. He moved so quickly I didn't see. He throws down a guard on Kata, who's being focused down by Obi-Ray and Luck at the moment, and Cinzi now aiming at Kata as well.
We've got a 3-on-3 here. Auroch goes down. It's a 3-on-2. It's been a 3-on-2 for a very long time. Genos' heals have been absolutely outstanding for Core 2. He was about 1 second away from capping before when Gold Moon popped out of stealth and just managed to stop him. It was literally right on the button, and then the support came in from
Plank
Auroch
going
and
down by
Xavier.
Cincy. There's only 9 seconds left in the round. Plank going down by Terminus. Will he actually
No.
get it? Nope, he gets
No
stunned.
plant.
Ray goes down, and we have no plant yet again for the
Oh,
second round.
it is so incredibly close. It is so incredibly close. 414 to 303 in favour of Pandemic, and it looks like everyone's going to get wiped. Core gets wiped as they run through in there. Wow.
They're looking for the. It looks like they're just looking for the quick respawn. Now, how do you come back from this? We're at ×9 points for a kill.
But the kills only count if you get a cap.
If you get a cap, and we haven't seen a cap for the past 2 explosions.
It's a 2-on-2 here. No, it's a 2-on-3 on the western side as Auroch and Goldmoon go up against Luke, Obi-Ray, and gosh, it looks like that's Yushi. So we've got Obi-Ray putting a plant down. Oh, and Auroch is just stepping in and making sure he doesn't get it away. Goldmoon is stunned, as am I. Auroch is in there trying to do his thing. Goldmoon keeping Auroch up and about. Yushi trying to put the heels down. It's going to be... Oh!
I believe we just saw a kill decision.
It was a kill decision. Really?
I'm not quite sure what just happened.
Okay, we don't understand what's happened here. We're going to look into the rules to find out how this win happened. But it's
I think
a Pandemic...
it may have been time that just ran out and Pandemic was ahead.
A victory to Pandemic where we saw not once, but twice, no caps going down on either pylon. Holy crap, Esky. Holy crap. What a game.
Wow.
What a game.
That was just wow.
Goldmoon CD for Pandemic played absolutely out of his damn skin in that game, as did Gibby Septus from Core. Those two were just in and about, stopping caps, trying to cap, stopping caps, trying to cap. Whoa. Thoughts?
I'm not quite sure what we're seeing here is just it ended up just drawing out to a stalemate for the last 3 rounds of that from this ancient hypergates, and it just I was just constantly watching Terminus, Pink Zero, Kata, and Bezel up against Obi Ray, Yushi,
Luke,
Luck, and Cinzy.
Oh man, I mean, every single player here had a great game. There is not one player, except for maybe Sandy, who did not have a good game in that match.
Yeah, that guy's terrible.
Wow, what a game. Pink Zero, fantastic heals. Yushi, great heals. And both those players doing great teamwork as well. Terminus and I've already mentioned Goldman Z. Terminus and Beazle both played a fantastic team game, jumping around, going from side to side, doing the capping when they needed to, holding off caps when they needed to. I couldn't. Oh man, what a game! What a game!
Now we're probably going to find out from the chat from someone who's read the ancient Hypergate rules in depth and may or may not have seen what happens when you just have constant stalemate.
Yeah, Terrio is saying timer.
Yes, I think I mentioned that earlier, that the time just simply ran out and Pandemic was still ahead.
Yeah, Xavier said that they've won on the time. So wow, Pandemic 2-1 over Core 2.
Wow, what a game!
I mean, insane. We have to quickly run away. We can't stay on this too long. But in terms of matches of the week, that is going to be hard to top. But I look forward to seeing Iwocalypse now taking on WookieLeaks in about 2 minutes' time. We're going to be right back. Esky, don't go anywhere. I'm going on mute while the music plays us out. And I think we need to call it Goldmoon CD for MVP. How are you feeling about that?
I think my vote would either go to Goldmoon City or Terminus.
Or Terminus? Yeah. Well, Terminus has already had one tonight, so I think we need to give it to Goldmoon.
Gold Moon it is.
Gold
Those
Moon.
were some great knockbacks for just interrupting the cap on the node.
Insane. We'll be back very soon.